You ready? Or are we already in?
And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back.
And we back. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the
Irregular
Thought
Show. What's up, bitches?
You know what it is. We have returned from a temporary journey.
Send us money.
Part 2.
Donate. Huh?
Of the first episode of the year. Your brother say, hey, why you sound drunker or sound, like you snacking on shit?
Who would say that?
I don't know.
Not our
somebody who's probably listening in the background.
Super smart viewers.
I hope you weren't sitting there trying to follow along while watching Pokemon zoomed in with the subtitles, because, some people do that. I know that happens on YouTube. That's how they get off of that shit. But no. Nom. Had to revive. Had to come back alive and shit. I'm in the middle of a Yu-Gi-Oh match right now.
Yeah, this motherfucker's playing Yu-Gi-Oh. We're watching Pokemon.
We're working on an anime. And we talk about rap and politics and everything else that goes on in the world. We cover everything.
Yeah, right now I'm watching a hentai. But don't worry.
That's off the phone.
That shit's on my phone. Stop for the viewers. It won't be demonetized.
Look, I talk shit about things of the degenerate nature, but I am a degenerate, so I am a little bit hypocritical. But the perfect human beings know that they are hypocritical off rip.
Well, that would make sure they're not perfect.
We're not. So there's mistakes that we all make at times. That doesn't mean just excuse any fuck up mistake that you make. Mistakes that I have to deal with all the time, I'm haunted by. It's just what it is.
I don't want to mock you.
I just never would have got.
I know it's always what it says. It's like, hey, stop being depressed. What do you got to be sad about? And this is like, meanwhile, somebody's having like a horrible bunch of pictures in the back of their head, like it's like horror films.
Motherfuckers be
what do you have to be sad about?
Look, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are upset and they hate the fact that Trump is president and Republicans are just blah, 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 and all this shit. But let me tell you, first off, that's because you guys chose people and got lazy with the choosing. Okay. You could have voted for people like us that would have been perfectly fine for center. John's more the center left than I am.
What you said, Pidgey.
Oh. Pidgeotto. Earn that respect.
Pidgeotto. My bad. I was calling you that because of your face.
Ouch.
Now you're starting me.
Am I mega starming?
Okay. Now I'm the bird.
Oh, shit.
I put it on my face.
Now you're 3 white girls. You work for your white girls now. Anyways.
I'm only doing this in case somebody's watching and they're like zoomed in.
Yeah.
To Pokemon. So watching us. They have to like unzoom.
Look, we do anything we want. It's a podcast. Look,
it's like I was planning to look at Jesse.
You guys
James.
Yeah. Facts. No, here's what I've seen that makes me sad about the world today. We have no G4 today. Okay? We don't. G4 is gone, guys. That's for all the 30-something-year-olds. G4 is gone, okay? That kind of hurts me. It is. Shut up. Don't even state to step into this realm. Let me cook.
What I'm saying.
We ourselves are going to start striving towards being the closest thing to G4 you've ever seen in your life.
Is that the plan? Do you have to get a PS5?
And a bitch with a nice French maid
I don't have PS5. Viewers, first thing, if you want us to be legit gaming aficionados and reviewers,
semi-pro Pokemon player here.
I need a PS5. And first off, the first game I'm going to buy, and I've already looked into it, I am going to hopelessly dive into Arc Raiders. Don't care what you say. I'm going to play Arc Raiders. Everybody likes this game. And then on the side of that, I will be playing, what is it, Ghost of Yotai or whatever.
Oh, the Steam box is coming out soon. Or should be coming out soon.
I do want the Steam box. But usually when I think about getting a Steam box, I'm on a website looking for some type of escort. That'd be the Steam box. I can get a Steam box.
He likes to skip the games, ladies and gentlemen.
Though Steam boxes cost way more than actual box. What do you mean?
Because now at this point in my life, the whiskey's
hey, money's going down. Shit, puts it back to $40. That's what I fucking.
And they wonder why Atlanta and Texas be blowing up with the fucking shit. Anyways, no, pussy is You know what? Y'all gonna fuck me up with this game. You know what? No, I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna quit.
I mean, yeah, you.
I forfeit my match.
Yeah, you shouldn't be playing.
I can't help it. Okay?
You're eating. You do everything with podcasts. You're eating food and playing the game.
I am a consumer, okay, when it comes to these things. I believe you should be able to divert your attention multiple ways and still remember that shit and learn something.
Yes.
I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm thinking about anime. We're doing a podcast. We're watching Pokemon. Fucking, I could be rolling a blunt too if you really want to see me get that diverse with it.
Eating pretzels at the same time.
Oh yeah, I can.
All right. Where's the blunt? No. Okay, I wasn't actually. Why did I challenge you? I was saying you're not rolling the blunt right now while you're eating them. You're just gonna eat the pretzels quicker so you can get to the blunt. You can't do it simultaneously. Now you're gonna roll it while you're chewing. So great podcast content. The best thing for you to do is have your mouth full and to waste pretzels. Man, this is one thing in 2026 you need to change about yourself, sir. Don't be so easily goaded. All right. This is why I said I couldn't promise you that I was going to be a good person, because I do love trolling. There's nothing I love doing than pressing people's buttons like it's an operation mat. Like you're one of those hobos. And I always touch the funny bone for me. So. There's one thing you should learn. Don't allow anybody. It's like anybody that can make you angry becomes your master, because they can change you out of your own character.
Hell, there's all this time. Very true, it does.
But that's what I'm saying. It's something I love.
That's what I wanted to see. I was like, Utz cheese curls. I was like,
are you 34?
Born in 91. Mama had a gun. Hustler in the street.
So you're 34, right? I'm 40. Not that much crazy, but you know, it's.
You remember the two-wheeled flippable RC car?
Yeah. Okay.
The big wheel joint. They don't know that shit, but like. Yeah, so like the world.
I remember using a phone that required the circle. You had to, not even like the pad on the wall. I remember you had to. First off, I remember before area codes. People just used to have 7 numbers. Area codes had to be created.
Do you remember?
So then, because that was before area codes, so you only needed to know 7 digits. So it would only attach you to people like in your town. Anything outside of your state was long distance. You'd have to get like an extra card, you'd have to get like a fucking letter from the mayor. Some shit like old school times.
That was horrible.
It was really bad. I'm glad we're in much better times. But Pokemon really, really took off with the fucking movie, right? And that's how you know that movie.
Oh, I had to fight with this one to be like, what?
What? It was already a cultural phenomenon, but when the movie hit, and parents had to take their kids to the theater.
That was the test to say, okay, is Pokemon lit? Yes, Pokemon's lit. Look at Pokemon 1.
Yes. And that was it.
That's not even covering the first season that led to Pokemon 1.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not covering that, but saying that was great. But there was like a couple years, like as they're finishing, you're watching week to week these Pokemon episodes.
And then, and then the movie comes out, and you're like, oh.
And the movie was so visual.
What was it, like a year later, the second series of Pokemon comes out?
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Oh. That's how an IP should work.
And that's how an IP, right. And then, right after the movie comes out, they drop the second Pokemon. They drop, like, Fire or Red or whatever. Like, no, that was the, like, Diamond and Gold and Silver and shit. That was right.
I'm going to say this for everybody. If you play Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, Yellow, or Black, if you got it, I will say this. You should be reaching Vermilion City within your first sit down of 8 hours.
Okay.
You should be honestly reaching it within 4 hours. But, honestly, you should be even sooner than that. You should be speedrunning this shit. But, you know, animation-wise, their Season 1 really cracked it off. Because Season 2 didn't deliver the same heat. It was an example of sequels don't do better. Remember how they say sequels don't do better than the originals? Season 2 of Pokemon did that. Pokemon's first movie did lit. Now, I think the second movie was about Lugia. I think we can post that and show the timeline if you want to.
Yeah, I think it was well.
But at the same time that the second movie came out, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was really taking over its stride.
That's another funny thing. Lugia, Lugia.
What did Ash Ketchum call him? Lugia. Exactly. Everybody else could fucking suck dick.
Yeah, the American voice actor. I got you.
She said it. I stand by it. And yeah, I said she. Anime's greatest protags have been played by some females.
Yeah, even Luffy.
Okay, and that's another thing I have an issue with. Or that's one thing I do have an issue with. What's wrong with having a protagonist like us with the vocals that are clearly male? You complained earlier about some high pitchedness or some shit like this. I don't see it.
Well, okay.
That's probably because I sit more on the drastic end of my side.
I get that.
Pussy. See? Pussy.
Well, first I get higher, I would do different voices, but I do.
We do that too, yeah.
Like, we have the ability to change it. I wouldn't just do my voice specifically. I could.
Well, I just say like Ash Ketchum played by a female, Naruto played by a female. I like males who are actually playing.
Females sound like little boys.
Yeah, and that's
all it is.
But
Females' balls haven't dropped, so they can play 11-year-olds.
True.
And the bigger question is why? The bigger question is why is every anime protagonist 11?
Because that's the demo for marketability for products.
Right. So like,
we're not trying to create an anime that's based off of product marketability.
Right.
What we're looking for is an anime that solidifies in your mind, your soul. What I want to make is an anime
just off of that, how crazy is this? Sorry, my bad. Every fucking look at these kids. Every one of these kids saves the world. Just how unbelievable it is. It's like, hey, I want my show to be about how I save the world. It's like, that's what you want, 11-year-old? The world couldn't. I was actually the secret weapon on how the world.
This is why Dragon Ball Z was better for the kids. Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon.
He saved the world a bunch of times when he was like 7.
But when the thing Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball is about self-improvement, getting better, overcoming these adversities and trials. Like, it's very much doing the general good thing for, yeah, my best me! Like,
believe it, huh?
No, here's the thing. Dragon Ball Z deferred because they brought out hey, you want to square up because, I think there was like an old 70s, 80s like TV show that had an ending like that, or the movie was, where it's like the two guys, one black guy, one white guy, just shuffling in the ring, and they're like, and it's like,
yeah.
I don't know the actual movie itself, or with IP, I guess, or something like that, but it was like, one goes ding, ding, and then like the Family Guy parody. That being said, it's like, the anime that's been coming out as of late doesn't really do it for me. People were like, 6 months ago, people were like, solo leveling is it. clearly a standard winner. And I'm
Well,
like, now they're fucking bankrupt. Now they're not bankrupt. They're losing fucking money out the wazoo for it.
Yeah, they're not doing it, but like it's
It was a
bias,
pump and dump,
right? Everybody, I would think if you talk to any kid under 25 that's like anime head, right? That's 10 years, 25. I think they would be like, OG GOAT, Attack on Titan, and they'd be like, number 2 and 3 would be fucking Demon Slayer and JJK.
and this is why we gotta stop using GOAT.
Huh?
Stop using GOAT.
But they like people like to.
It's all about the Hoff, ladies and gentlemen.
People like to be hyperbolic like that, bro.
And it is not about that. It's about the Hoff. Hoff is the Hall of Fame. The Hoffa is the Hall of Fame of anime.
Well, I got it, but
Full Metal Alchemist.
Let's not use GOAT. Let's just go with their big 3. That's their big 3. I mean, I think it's AOT kind of goes in between. It kind of fits in between, but because it should go in there way above My Hero. I would shoehorn them in to instead of making My Hero Academia one of the 3.
My Hero Academia. You guys are no better than an isekai, and your fan base generally doesn't know more deodorant.
Yeah, it's not as good as Bleach.
And I said it,
and
I still fuck the bitches dressed in cosplay.
Now, I will say this, Demon Slayer and JJK, I like the story. The IPs are decent. Like, they haven't monetized on what they need.
They're still better than Solo.
Yeah.
No.
Here's the thing, like, they don't even have, like...
JJK?
You can't even really cosplay Solo level motherfuckers. That's the thing, too. Like, from what I can see, and I've been outside of places, like...
And that's why I'm saying, like, you sit there and you're waiting for the video. Now that we're here, you can watch it, but at the same time, it's like, you could have watched it beforehand, and you ain't missing nothing. The content that you see from it would be better off from your second or third time watching it and then saying you're reviewed. My critique of Solo Leveling after the 5th time watching it is better than the first 5. The reason being is because it's still staying genuine. Like, because, like, there's so much there that could have been done right, but it was done wrong. And it's like, flip table. What we got going on for ourselves in our anime thing is that we got an idea of an isekai that ends all other isekais. An isekai that's so properly fleshed out and makes the most sense that you can really see isekai done any other way.
Hey, has somebody ever made an isekai where they came from, like, a really cool, fantastic world, they died and came to ours? Sucks.
The Demon Lord Reborn. Yeah, he was a Mickey D's employee.
And that's what happened. He started working at McDonald's.
He did have a little bit of magical power, though, but
he had a little bit. Oh, that sucks.
No, but like there was times where he didn't have it. Like, but it was a good comedy.
But I'm saying it's funny. It's funny.
And that's another thing. Pokemon handles adventure, comedy, feels, like lessons. Like morality.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. To be a great anime, it requires a little bit of goofy. You can't be cut out. You can't be fully serious and be a great anime.
Well, depends. You can only get so many things done in an anime at once. I think, and that's why I don't really feel like I like One Piece as well, is because like I feel like the animation style is not my favorite. I don't like it.
It changes so much.
But
okay, I get it. I'm not gonna fight you on that.
I'm just looking towards like the first 24 because that's like your standard for your seasons. Is like
they only have one season. Dude. Let's start season 2.
That's a whole separate thing issue.
You see that fucking meme? It's so funny. There's so many.
Again, the first 24 or 12 episodes of an IP, generally a season. Now,
yeah, it's really bad. But you gotta think. They
also have the anime itself was created not to just be the greatest of its kind.
It's comparable to this. Their animation
No, I meant like the fact that it's gone on so many episodes is a completely different reason than like being the best. Like that every anime IP generally like One Piece was like, yeah, I have a great IP. Now I'm gonna make it the longest IP. He never set out to make the longest IP ever.
He did not.
Okay? And that's what makes it great, is that he'll focus solely on the anime itself. Being great. Not being super duper long, X-minute. Not Shippuden plus some other arcs added into
what he did do, and what most other people do, is like he's kept it like for the most part 100% linear.
He
like,
reminds me of the Smash Brothers guy.
Okay.
To be honest, the creator of Smash Brothers, he reminds me of him. He likes his product. He has a set idea of where it's going to be or where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And
he retcons plenty of stuff, but like I hate
not
to
something
say,
he wants to do. Like,
he does.
Well,
because now you look at what it is. Like he spends part of his time working on the fucking Netflix show.
But that's a different IP, or that's a different.
But here's the thing: he's taking the money because, like, without doing.
All right, the animation versus the live action.
That's how they're redoing it. You've seen that, right?
When the live action is, or when the anime is done, that's the end of one project. When the live action is going, that's a whole separate project. That's not him continuing the same project. That's him working on a whole separate project.
Right, it's a completely separate project.
I don't count it the same. Okay, wherever the anime ends is where that project that brought us this man ends. Because without the anime, you wouldn't have the live action. Whatever that live action ends up as, that's a whole separate project. I don't hold that against him in his animation. You know what I mean? Those are two different mediums. Almost, you know what I mean? And for that, like, I'm impressed by him doing the live action. I'm surprised that it's working so strong, but I think that's also because of the formula of the dedicated fan base.
Well, right. He has such a strong, it's almost impossible.
And it's great.
It's great that he has a fan base. It's like that movie, Detective Pikachu. Like, it's not a good movie, but it didn't actually flop, technically. It made money.
It walked where Sonic crawled. Okay, you want to know why Sonic was made? Pokemon. That's why.
Yeah, and then it actually did. Sonic was good, in my opinion. The first Sonic.
I get it. I'm with it. I'm hopeful for it. Now here's my thing with that. You could do Sonic, but I can't get a fucking Pokemon series. I got a fucking movie with some fucking nonsense.
All they needed to do is just do this.
You give me 24 seasons of fucking Walking Dead? No! AMC could have done Pokemon, what is it, Red versus Blue type shit? You could have had fucking...
We're finally here, bro. Think about it. This is where we are. I remember...
It took me having dreams of creating a fucking anime to come up with something that like fits what I was looking for.
No.
That these motherfuckers could have put out.
Here's what happened in the late 90s, early 2000s, when I was not just Pokemon, but I was still very heavy into Marvel comics and other stuff. And I was like, how many more James Bond movies are going to make? How many more Mission Impossibles? You can't make me one superhero movie? And I fortunately got my wish. Like,
I couldn't
get...
No, because I couldn't get my fucking Blade movie, so fuck everybody else.
Oh, that's racism.
Again, fuck everybody else. I couldn't get my Blade movie. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Blade saved Marvel. Blade saved Marvel 1,000%.
So saved them.
And he was like, and they were like, yeah, you know what? Thanks for saving us there. Get out of here. And it was just this.
Another hero that went to the fucking wayside that I'm pissed at? Black Vulcan.
Bro.
Brother, man, who sounded like Shaft fucking walking through with electricity powers like fucking Static Shock. I would have loved seeing that shit.
Yeah.
You gave us Shaft, but you wouldn't give us the Black Vulcan? a more patriotic, Americanized version of
the Rock
fucking
Johnson ruined it for everybody. Like
being Shazam, not Shazam, fucking Black Adam.
Yeah, being Black Adam ruined the possibility of a black superhero.
Sorry, I'm gonna say this right now.
20 years.
I don't recognize him as being the black, like anything.
He's not black anything. Yeah, he's Hawaiian Dwayne.
Look, to me, when you say black, okay, I'm partial. I have some black lineage of foundational Americanism.
I am blacker than Dwayne The Rock Johnson, for sure. Yes.
I'm not blacker than Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but I tell you what, though,
he shouldn't be Black Adam.
He shouldn't. Sure as fuck shouldn't.
Fucking.
You know who did? You want to know who did good superhero casting for that shit? The Hero, The Boys. Fucking The Boys did a good casting. Why can't you go? Like the fuck? Why does it have? You know how many motherfuckers are fucking linebackers and shit in this shit? Fucking big men. Real size. That's why they can't do Gears of War. We haven't gotten Gears of War because we can't get a good Coltrane. They wanted to do Will Smith and darken him up. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah. I know we got some Mr. Olympians out this bitch that are fucking...
I know a dude that would be perfect for Coltrane, but like, yeah, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like... It's like, no, it's like you said. It's racism. Fucking racism.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want...
That's another thing. In the Neo-American Imperium art, like, we don't play that shit. Okay? That's another thing. We want to see the shit that we want to see. It is not, like, whatever is blocking us for Gears of War, like that. Like he said, racism. Fuck that shit.
Well, part of it is, like you said, still there's the IP. Xbox, I've never seen a greater fumble of a bag than Xbox. Like
they're ending, yeah. They lost. They lost the console war.
The console, yeah, they lost. Like they were so in it, and then they lost. They lost so hard that Xbox should have been the people who create the Steam Deck. They're the type of people that, like back in the day, like when they first started. Microsoft. That's how it started. Like well, I saw PlayStation as like Apple to Android.
All right, you ready for this one? I remember growing up when the Xbox first came out, the first few years of it, going to Germany, and I remember seeing so many people with fucking hacked Xboxes that played every video game that was burnt on CD. Okay?
Yes.
That's what the Steam box should have been for them.
That's what I'm saying. Like Microsoft, like
you could have just charged money for a download.
I'm just saying that should have been their console. But then they made that big fucking stupid tower, and that shit sucks. And now they were already getting beaten. Like they're losing the
PC, losing the Nintendo and the handheld.
And then Nintendo came back out. Nintendo was so dead in the console wars with the fucking Wii. The Wii set back Nintendo for a decade. So like Xbox could do it, but they just gave up. They just like, well, no, we're going digital. They're like, we're going to Game Pass, and they're just trying to get like all their games.
They're trying to squeeze out every dollar they can get. Dollar, not lawler.
But that's what I'm saying. You guys ruined the things. You ruined the things we love with your shit. Like,
really do.
They needed to at least go the way of Sega. Why is there no more Halo? Like, you let Halo just die. You turn it into a fucking TV show and movies, and it's like, what about the game? What about they keep making Fallouts. You can't make Halo?
Halo, basically, because they went woke with the shit, and Bill Gates type shit. They went dumb with it. That's what I'm saying.
The Microsoft Studios, they needed to branch out, and I wish they actually did it. I watched this video about like what happened with console wars, and at one point, the executive of Microsoft, some of the people were like, "Let's just let Xbox be its own company, get it away from. Let's just like cut it off and let them do their own thing." And if they had, they'd still be around, right? If they had, they didn't let the suits come in and try to turn the Xbox into a Kinect, like a entertainment system.
I keep the Xbox because it serves as a YouTube player, Minecraft player, Warzone player.
Yeah, it's still a great
Sure, system. It can play Skyrim on mines, because I downloaded Skyrim on mines, but other than a few key games, I'm not really buying any new Xbox games. I'm going to actually save up to get a Steam box, and it's because there's more games on there. There's freer.
That's the plan. Like, I'm gonna get this. Like I was saying in PlayStation.
Look,
but Arc Raiders is on Steam, so I'm gonna get. I've been wanting a Steam box.
Steam box is like both of us are planning on getting a Steam box. I say we probably try and get it before or during tax time. But here's the thing for like that's what I'm saying. Like today, for example, is one of those days where you plan out and figure out the rest of the year. Okay, everybody needs to be on that shit. Okay, now granted, I might be fucked up. I might get a little bit of alcohol in me. I might smoke a little bit, but at the same time, even I can tell you that today is just about taking it easy, recovering from last night, and fucking figuring out. Today. What did you say?
So a lot of shit is closed today. Most people aren't working. Like, any day the banks ain't open is a day for possible rest.
Correct.
So I can't rob it. I'm sure. Well, yeah, it's. I was just trying to say that, like, things aren't. Maybe we're just getting older. Things are getting a little not as good as they used to be.
Well, not even just that. Like, the level of effort is always decreasing. The law of entropy.
I'm saying it's the law of money. It's people that want more money trying to interject on creatives. Like, a creative person will come up with something.
And you cannot get the maximized money interjecting on creativity. That's the problem.
Well, that's the thing. That's unfortunate. And this is what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm mad about Microsoft's like, oh, let's get rid of it. Why are we focusing on games? We're not a gaming company. I'm like, Sony's not a gaming company. They make all the electronics. Sony makes way more televisions and dishwashers and washer machines. Like, Sony, like...
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I would like to steer this towards like our own. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Irregular Thought Show, we do like to build on our IPs and our hopes and dreams. We would like you guys to be there with us. Now, I'd like to go ahead and start off with this anime shit, and we start working on that show. But, like, because we cover most of our topics for, like, look, as far as politics go, everything's chilling until the 6th. Come back then when you want some fucking politic news. Everything else is just, eh. It's supposed to be the whatever time, the chill, fucking not politics time. Sure, Joe Biden versus Nicki Minaj, or, like, no longer be in a bar, whatever. I don't No. As far as, like, today goes and pods of like this.
So as far as that, you want to hash out the anime.
I do kind of like want to do that, but like this way you have like a tracked record of like the ideas and the eurekas. Cause like, okay, so like we're working on that. Like, for example, what is the perfect like end all of all isekai? Which is basically one that covers every aspect of isekais and explains to you completely why there was such a possibility for isekais. What makes a great villain? Simplistic desires and a couple different traits about them personality-wise, I think. You got, for example...
ruthlessness in their humility. Like...
Who's a great villain for you in anime?
This Pain.
Pain. Okay. I can see that. Pain's a classic.
Honestly...
No, we got
different forms, Majin Buu.
Yeah.
Like my favorite villain is obviously Joker.
Right.
But
and Joker is a classic. He's one of those archangels for those archetypes.
But he is like his depth to him. Like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That like
when it comes to Joker, Joker is like the top. He's like the arc type.
I mean, and he has no real power. His everything about it in him is fucking to fuck with Batman, and he only exists because
shits and giggles.
And so, like, the crazy thing is like he made it's the idea is like I don't exist without you. Right? The Joker doesn't exist without Batman making Gotham crazy. It's like, oh shit.
Does Ash Ketchum exist without Brock and Misty?
I mean, yeah, this whole thing runs off Pikachu.
That's true too. Pikachu
He don't need either one of them. In my opinion.
No, Pikachu
he can run into all these other people. He can run into a new Brush and Misty in every fucking city and walk around with Pikachu. And then lose those people. They could like if they changed her hair, it's like, oh, I'm Sissy in this fucking in Vermilion City, I'm Chrissy.
They have
and they're so
yes, I use a neutral bullet.
Pointless written character.
Or
just because Brock just decides to be done. He has no real fucking arc. Like Brock is just.
I want to be the best Pokemon breeder ever. While also hitting on as many bitches as possible. I'm with you, Brock. I'm with you. Especially when you start reading into the Pokedexes and being like, oh, they're really fucked up monsters.
He's the first metrosexual.
No. Well,
he's very feminine and he likes bitches.
There's way more feminine bitches out there. Or feminine.
I'm just talking about drawn in the 1990s.
Yeah, in that time, I think I'm probably sure there's more. He's like the bridge where it's like a couple steps over is Johnny Bravo, okay? That's where Brock is. Brock is not that far off from Johnny Bravo, okay?
So he puts on his apron to start cooking.
Right. Even then. So does Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo knows the importance.
He does cook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I love Johnny Bravo.
Shout out to Black Johnny Bravo. Killing it out there in the IRL doing the fucking bits.
That's Johnny Bravo.
You ever seen him?
The white remake, the Black Johnny Bravo.
Black Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's funny.
He's great.
It's like white Johnny. Well, the regular Johnny Bravo is just a remake of Pepe Le Pew. And
facts.
And it has made him human and stupid. But yeah, it was a great thing. Now, I missed that. Like that's what I'm saying, man. Maybe you're right about the comedy. So what I feel bad about that or weird about that that statement I made. It says that a great anime needs to have all parts. I mean, I like Death Note. There's no fun.
Don't get me wrong. Luffy and One Piece can cover it. It's just you gotta get over that animation style and you gotta get over that pacing, and then sure, if you're used to Naruto, you can deal with that.
The pacing is the absolute thing. That's what I was trying to tell you. They've rewritten and remade just to meet. They've cut out all the filler. Now, part of the filler and the pacing and other stuff, I give it to them because the thing about it is these mangaka were like fucking strippers. They die younger than a lot of people. They're working themselves to death. Am I wrong?
The manga guys?
Yeah, the manga writers.
I think what it is...
They all die in like their 50s and 60s.
Because you're fucking starving yourself for that shit. You're not fucking...
Right, because they have to meet crazy deadlines.
Because
that's why
you're
there's
choosing...
filler. There's so much filler in Dragon Ball Z and Naruto because you're choosing to
Who wrote Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
Who wrote Lord of the Rings? J.R. Tolkien. Who wrote Power?
50 Cent?
Who wrote The Wire? Who wrote...
What are we
My point is this. When... Well, my point was...
None of those are week to week like fucking Saturday Night Live.
True.
I'm saying it's hard to... There's no seasons, bro. Like, every week, you get like 4 weeks off. It's like Christmas. You get like 4 weeks off a year. Other than that, you have to produce some fucking anime TV show for every week of the year. When does the animation studio have time to catch up, set up stuff?
And
like when Family Guy makes a season, they have the entire season pretty much done and ready to sit in, and they just play them.
And that's what I don't condone. I believe anime should be every other year for a season. You should get 1 year,
but every week.
No, I mean like you should.
I'm saying One Piece has been running 25 years strong. Every week there's another episode. That's a crazy thing. That's
but the meme is not about the One Piece. Okay, the meme is about JJK. Okay, and what I mean by that is that the forced labor is about artists who don't have enough time with an IP because an IP is still rapidly coming into the market, like JJK versus One Piece. One Piece has its thing, right?
Yeah.
It ended just recently, but all the animation could have been worked on and could have been thought about back then when it came out. When those original episodes or mangas came out. My thing with the fucking, like, the animation side of it, a good animation pace is every other year. Okay? It keeps you relevant enough on your off year. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this other thing is that I hate the studio house not having enough animators working on things. That to me is wrong. Everybody should be getting a decent amount except for the lead animators should get more than the regular animators, but the animators should be able to take care of other things. And there should be an AI element to be able to help offset that labor of background
things
imaging.
Are going to change now, but back in the day, they just... Well, yeah, because you can have one great animator draw something and then have the computers fill in the other shit.
For the most part.
But like...
Or for a good chunk.
How many people are that highly skilled in drawing and animating?
Right.
It's like...
Alright, so let's say, like, for this IP we're working on, let's say we wrap it up in spring in terms of how we want it to go story-wise. Or even earlier than that. I'm thinking that I can have this thing finished by, like, the plot-wise by about February if you could get on your shit. No offense, but, like,
yeah,
it's mostly about, like, how you kind of view your idea of, like, how you would want a world and, like, how you view that world that we're looking at and saying, hey, this right here is our IP. You know, you technically run the elves type shit. So, like, I'm not even technically running the humans type thing. I'm just thinking about it from the humans' perspective.
Right.
You know, so, like, but then you've had so much shit to deal with this year anyway, so it's like, yeah, I kind of see where you kind of didn't really look at that. But, like, as far as animators and, like, IP, the IP and the ideas are there. We can fucking hammer that shit out real quickly.
I'm trying to say, yeah, it's like
as soon as we come
over, you're going far into it. You want to. This is.
I want the story done so we can pitch the story, the play for the story, and like the basic idea.
I'm just saying, like you have what they would call. We have what we would call like an elevator pitch, under a little understanding. Like you want me to draw the details. Right?
Yeah, flesh out the elven side of it.
Like you only
when you said like yeah, their colors are blue and green. They live in trees. They're fucking Zulu-esque kind of like base. They have like weaponry of this, and this. They have a queen. They have a pope, and this shit was like fucking fire. I was like, yo,
right.
That has very good dimensions to it. The bone work is amazing.
The world is still in my brain.
Yeah,
bro. Like the thing I see, like how it is. That's why it came out very naturally earlier. And you were like, "What type of it'd be crazy animals?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I think the forest needs to be alive, like vines, trees, things like that being possibly removed, and the oneness of these people use the plants. I think the entire you can't even sneak into elven territory once you've entered the tree shit. You're like there.
It's a dice roll with the fucking gators and the fucking snakes and spiders and monsters and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why the elven thing, because that's why I was saying earlier. Like it makes more sense and it would sound cool imagining a fucking island nation or like an island continent completely covered with these spiritual turrets and shit that fucking fire off against hostile. Like, there's no pirates going there. There's nobody that's not elven going onto the mainland continent of this shit. But it's kind of like fucking Avatar, like S society, but with fucking actual better architects. You know what I mean? You said buildings into giant trees and shit. You said there's some trees that are like more alive. Like there's already an idea for like an evil nighttime creature that's basically a tree that hunts. You know, there's fucking goblins. I like the spider idea, and I like the fucking idea of snakes and shit in that bitch, and that's why all the elves live in trees and shit. You said they were what, purpley?
Well, that's what I was.
That was one thing too. Was like the skin tone of your elves.
Purple, yeah.
Here's another thing too. Purple. I don't know if anyone else has noticed. Purple is kind of associated with like the blackness. No, I was thinking more of like the. I've seen purple be used for like that whole second tone of like a whole separate race or like a whole separate thing. Like instead of them using black, they use fucking purple type shit.
I always saw like the purple and using anime as like kind of godly figure,
like a kami figure, yeah.
Like,
but
like
as far as like a species,
like go to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Beerus. Zeno has the purple stripe.
But Beerus is also built off of a species, too, that happens to be purple.
That's true. Thanos, why is his skin purple?
Another species that happens to be
purple. That's what I'm saying, but I'm saying they're picking, but they're quote-unquote superior.
Full Metal Alchemist using tan skin on European-style hair. Okay, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for us to actually set the tone and set the standard of, oh, this is either purple or like this is like either go purple or go black with your skin tone. Okay. I want this shit to be as like on it as possible, so that way we can corner that market and also set the standard. Because it's both of us creating this IP. We can definitely make this shit look right. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can make this shit look good. And like, unlike what is that trash anime where it's like, oh, they recycle shit, or it's like, what is it, Garbage Joe or some shit like this? I can't remember the name. It's the current thing.
Well, according to you, all anime is garbage.
No, there's an anime about fucking garbage
turning
this season.
Into a vending machine?
No. That's not. They might know what I'm talking about, but the point is that like I've seen a lot of anime.
Like, put it in the comments. In days from now.
Well, yeah, no, like you should know which one it is. It's one of the ones that came out last season or 2025. It came out, but seasons of anime has been looking so trash as of lately. I'm not impressed by it. Like that's like with the commenters of like people who are dejectors. I'm not impressed by my haters. Okay, neither should you. You should never be impressed by them. But as far as like this anime shit goes, yeah, I like the idea of the fucking. The island. Do you have a name, or like, have you thought of a name?
The island.
Yeah, or like the continent itself is like it's an elven nation, sure, but I don't even know what you call your people. Blank elves.
Niggas.
Nagari.
The niggerish.
No. Either anagram it or like agari it.
The Nagal.
Holy smacks! I did like it though. Because it was like they had like a whole
the
like.
Coons.
No, they had like a whole culture and everything. Like they had everything that goes with it, and like the idea sounds good. I like the queen. I like the idea. Oh yeah, that's right. You was coming up with like this female love interest that was fucking half elvish, half human type shit, right? I think, and it was like. Umai or Umi something type shit. But anyways.
Yeah,
there's like so much to go off on it, but like
yeah, I mean, well but that's the thing, it's
we're workshopping right now.
Yeah, I don't want to be it's better to just
it's better for you guys to see the workshopping too, in my opinion. Like so that way you can see the wheels turn in the head. So because some people are like, oh, what makes this animation studio think? What makes this IP work? What are they thinking when they create this shit? Instead of you fucking sitting there and asking those questions, you could pull back to this fucking episode and be like, oh, the reason why they have fucking monster trees and shit is because they thought the forest should be more alive. In this episode, they said it. Like. You're going to see the progression of our IPs and our efforts later on.
Right, but I'm saying this, like, yeah, but it changes. Ideas get bright. Like we have the beginning. You have the first season set up. Like this wider thing.
Oh, I have the first season's episodes pilot. Like
right. That's what I'm saying. You have that compiled. Like we're talking about the full immersion.
Bro, like we have the first year of an animation studio's work done already. That's what I'm saying. Is like the main kicker. All you gotta do is just pick the producer to like create the filler scene and like the angles of how they want it, and then because that's one of the hardest things with a good anime is the IP. Does the IP work? What makes a good isekai? An isekai is based off of, for example, a reborn, regret. I think, like, everybody wants to do more in their second life than what they did beforehand, okay? It feels like escapism or regret to me. To me, that's why I like the anime idea.
Is that the other thing, too? Like, I mean, it always kind of feels like somebody's isekai is, like, down in their luck and now they're better in a better world.
That, to me, seems asinine. It also doesn't seem realistic.
In this anime, we made our main character is actually like
he's a standard isekai, but
I know he's standard isekai. Well, let's make him a nepo baby. He comes from a world of opulence, and now he has to go figure it out on his own.
Semi nepo. I could have lived a more nepotistic lifestyle, and I could have just followed in my father's footsteps and just gone through the academia. I can see that. Because it's like that's what your average viewer has is like the ability to be nepotistic as fuck, but through their own inactions or through their own actions, they chose to stray away from that path of normalcy and productivity.
Right. See, it's like I like seeing growth. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like
to
see,
you have to fucking.
I like to see somebody who's fucked up make it back, or like get the opportunity to make it back.
Right.
Now I do like that for Aaron, which is the name of the MC, because that's a filler name right now. It's Aaron. It's simple, it's short, and sweet.
It's like calling him Human.
Exactly. Look, this anime is going to be so lit that we have ourselves already portrayed.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, we
already written
like,
into
we can always add a retcon, like, because sometimes like it happens even for great writers. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to get to like sometimes you're going through something that's like,
and that's what makes this anime better is because it's an isekai that's unsolicited. Not even just unsolicited. That's just like it explains it for everybody. Nobody can actually get. That's why I said there's many of people who's come from our world to there. You know how you were saying earlier in the episode, people disappear all the time. Some people could have got an isekai, okay? Some people could have got possessed by spirits. Some people could have got dragged to the bottom of the fucking ocean. You don't know. You don't know. Aliens could have came by. You don't know. I don't know.
Maybe we all isekai.
We could isekai. We could fucking.
There's so many.
We don't know. We don't know what happens when we end. Remember, they say the house of many within my father's house is many houses. That could just be an isekai, like shit. Hey, you died. Welcome to Christ. Christ said hi. Da, da, da. You can go reborn.
Speaking of which, I want to ask you this question because we're coming up by the end, and I think it can hold us for a few more minutes. If you had to be isekai'd, and not to another isekai world specifically, we'll actually do that.
If you had to be isekai'd into any IP anime, right now,
any anime IP, like which one?
Oh, you probably already know what I'm going to do, Batman. Oh, you probably already know what I'm going to do, Batman.
I've had one of this answer for like.
I caught me a Pokemon, Batman. I caught me a Pokemon.
Damn it! All right,
it's a Lupati, Batman. I caught him a Lupati.
Yeah,
you already know what I'm gonna do that time. No.
You got me a blue body.
I caught me a Lupati, Batman. Play that. Play the meme right here in the corner. What are you gonna do to that thing? You already know what I'm gonna do to that thing. There's no laws against doing anything to Pokemon, Batman.
But. Yeah, right.
No.
I've always asked, who put Jinx in that wig? Why? And why?
Is it really hair?
Is it really?
Is it really hair?
I think
is it really hair
and makeup? Who's fucking that Pokemon?
Hold on. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Do the carpets match the drapes? Hold on. I need to know, like, hey, whoo, hold on. Do the carpets match the drapes on a Jinx? Me just thinks. But that's the Irregular Thought Show.
Blonde pussy hair on her black skin. That's funny.
Hold on.
As crazy visual.
Oh, calm down, dog. Calm down.
Now you down?
Whoa.
Now you down? You just thought about it. Blonde pussy hair, all black body.
Super ebony bad body.
Mm.
I
wouldn't call Jinx bad.
Shut up. I will tell you guys a story about a man who went to go see his mother who lives in California one time. I flew the plane, I was on the way back. And on my way back, I saw a woman.
Okay.
Fine. A stewardess who was on.
Hi, Jinx.
She didn't have curly hair. She had a straight box cut fade on the side, but she had the hat on it too to make it fit too. She had fine. She was so fucking fine. She had the skin tight fucking stewardess dress. Fine. Fucking pink lipstick and all. Fine. She was just so fucking fine. I was about to walk away from all my life. Just to see what this bitch was getting into.
It was all worth.
Cause she was
to
just
see if the carpet matched the drapes. That's what you trying to figure
yes,
out.
cause she fucking had that shit dyed, and I was like, yo, that's a crazy cut right there. The blonde hair on the darkest ebony skin. No, it's a box cut, bro. It's a fucking hey. You know, it's a girl's fade box thing. You know what I mean? It's not a fucking weavable thing. You know, there's no fucking sewing for that shit.
I don't know. I've seen magic. Okay.
I'm so fucking mad. But no.
I've seen so many gifts. I was like, I really thought that was your fucking hair.
No, you know how there's some females that have like the fro hair? Or the fro?
Yeah.
Instead, like she had hers, but it was shaped up. It was faded around and then like. Because
it
was squared out it was like she cut her hair for the stewardess hat. And it fits so good. Some girls got that fucking shit on and you're like, yo.
Alright, so I wanted to debate a little more about it, but it's an obvious answer that if you wanted to be an NEIP, the best one to be in was Pokemon.
Obviously.
Like, Dragon Ball Z would suck, because there's only like 7 of those motherfuckers that have anything. Everybody else is just fodder.
Statistical odds of you being that mofo is super low. Now, granted, here's the thing. You gotta also expect that there's motherfuckers in the Pokemon universe who are just as shitty as the pro Pokemon League.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm talking about you, VGC. Suck my whole left nut to my right nut. Fuck VGC, fuck all you guys in that bitch.
Right,
Showdown shows you why you guys are assholes, and fucking Showdown has assholes in that bitch.
If you had to go to My Hero Academia world, and everybody has...
There's still a chance you ain't shit, bitch.
Yeah, you have a very good chance you have shitty shit. Like, One Punch Man world, where a lot of people...
Another chance you don't get shit.
Get shit.
Pokemon, you just got to throw a fucking ball.
So... being able to
you gotta work
capture
9 to 5.
And enslave pets.
You can work McDonald's. You can literally work McDonald's, buy a Pokeball, go home from shift, and fucking catch a Pokemon, go into the Pokemon League, and become it. Your chances, the lottery of it, you can catch a Machoke and go ahead and go to fucking work and build a house.
Yep.
And
like,
that's
you can start a new business by enslaving Machoke.
Flip side to that. You have to also look at the Pokedex. The scariest shit that happens in the Pokemon universe and in the Pokedex. Because the Pokedex is different entries from different games is all canon. They're all canon, which means Ghost Pokemon might actually kill you. Rattata might actually murk you. The reason why there's little to no adults in Pokemon is because of the great Pokemon lore type shit. That's why Lieutenant Surge, if you were watching the Pokemon thing during this whole entire thing, you saw the Lieutenant Surge battle. everyone that knows Pokemon knows is that Lieutenant Surge is a veteran of a Pokemon human war. Which means that motherfuckers was out there in the streets marking that shit.
Right, so, what's... Right.
Again, it's still worth living in if you take that into advisement.
It is.
What, you want to be a fucking human dealing with fucking ghosts and shit?
Well, since you won the war, right? So, I mean...
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
I want to see how they subjugated Pokemon.
With the Pokeball. Creation of the Pokeball changed up things.
Okay, so that's how the war ended. So,
well,
they beat them up.
There's probably more to
it. How did they, without having Pokemon to begin with? So the first Pokemon were just like, we got the Pokeball, now fight for me against another Pokemon.
Well,
I would say, how did the first battle start?
I
ain't never seen no Blickies. There's no Blickies.
There are.
I ain't seen Blickies in Pokemon.
In Pokemon, when it comes to the United States, they removed the guns.
Oh, it's the 4Kids dub.
Yeah.
I hate 4Kids. 4Kids sucks.
No, like fucking the Safari. Everyone asks, oh, how come Ash Ketchum had like 50 fucking Tauros? It's because the Pokemon episode where he was in the Safari Zone catching all these fucking Tauros, the fucking Safari Chief had a fucking Blicky. And they banned the episode. And it's just so funny that they banned it that nobody ever bitches about it. Like, that's the thing. You can see the episode. It's not bad. It's just at one point he pulls out a firearm and he's pointing it at, I think, Team Rocket or some shit. Because he's like, you're here to steal Pokemon.
Yeah.
What up, bitch?
Here's the thing I always wanted, though.
That's another thing, too. They got guns in Pokemon.
How often...
They got 90s guns. That's the other thing, too.
This scene is so stupid. First off, Charmander has more light on his tail. And they lit up the fucking candle.
Just to have an additional personal light.
I guess.
But Charmander is also... Charmander is nepotism, I think. In this whole entire series, Charmander is a good example of nepotism because he evolves into Charmeleon. He's unbridled teenage rage. Yeah. And then he evolves Charizard, but he's not the strongest Charizard out there, but he's the strongest thing around him. And it gives him this false bravado.
This is the episode... That's why I'm so focused on this, because this is the episode that made
controversial.
Me fall in love with Gengar.
This is also
Gengar is my favorite Pokemon.
This little 1 to 3 episodes thing is basically where people are like, did Ash Ketchum really die?
Oh, yeah, I have heard this.
That's the theories on that one, is that.
And that's the question I want to ask, though, like, how dangerous are
very
Pokemon, right? You can literally get murked in, like, this world without another Pokemon to protect you. So it's wild, like, because the tourists fuck with them.
The humans created Pokeballs, and that's what kind of helped level the field.
Pokemon came from a different planet, and they...
I think so. Oh, yeah, the retcon shit.
Yeah.
I call it retcon because...
But that's what I mean, though, like, when it's your IP, you can't change it to everyone, like, to make it work.
No, see, here's my rule with it, is that whatever the base core of it that made it great...
Yeah, you profitable. Should be good enough to make it.
Whatever that is, and whatever that makes sense with, whatever makes sense with that core, you shouldn't fucking switch it up from there. Like them saying it's space aliens now is fucking stupid in comparison to it being just evolution, and God's grace. Like that's literally what it was. Okay, at one point it was just God's grace that these fucking animals and shit evolved this way. That we as in our world. Don't have animals that are completely like this.
So we were talking about Harry Potter before. Like in there was a bunch of. I always wanted that too. Like why don't they? What's up with wizards? Why won't they just run the world?
Because they were the minority.
They had a war. Yeah, there's less magical people than whatever, and like it technology. But they fought a war with humans, and humans were like. Straight up,
I think
eradicate any person that was magic, just kill them, and then the last of the wizards were like, "Fuck that, let's skip out of society."
Yep,
like we got to go live on our own.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
and then they fought against each other to decide whether they should go to war with the humans.
Well,
that's
And personal interest. You got to factor in.
That's before Voldemort and all that shit. But that was like the beginning movies. Like that's the Grindelwald bullshit and all that. So like it but that's what I'm saying. The problem those are all add-ons.
But at the same time, the problem with the J.K. Rowling thing is that Harry Potter got add-ons that were to be aimed to be created as spiteful to the creator. Okay, so like whatever happens in that prequel shit, I can't count because it's
like Dumbledore.
Yes. Okay, this is a problem that nobody wants to address, but it's true. Anything that happens in these prequels and shit about all this shit, cool story, bro. But you know what? It's a different universe than what the Harry Potter that got famous off of was. And I don't give a shit what you say about the different Dumbledore switching and shit. That's not the point. The point is that J.K. Rowling had a certain vision and a certain setup for what it was, and then you guys got mad at her because of her political opinions and started shitting all over the fucking IP and said if we can't have it, nobody will. So you started doing dumb shit like you did with Stranger Things, and now that's why the fucking boy is gay now instead of him just having bitches. Okay? It's because y'all wanted to, you got mad.
They make gay? They make the black kid gay?
No, they made, I think they made the white boy. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying there's only like 2 black people in the whole show.
It don't matter.
It's the 1980s. There was more niggas in the 80s.
It don't matter.
And like, don't make the one.
It don't matter when it comes from Stephen King, okay?
No. I hate no. I say it don't matter. We talked about racism in the last episode of this one, okay? True. I don't like them just pushing all. They do that all the time. They're like, hey, we need a gay person. We need a black person. We need a person that does this. They're like, let's just all make it the same person. They're like, let's just like, instead of actual diversity, why don't we just throw it all into the same character instead of getting 3 characters to show diversity? And then that person will just be so diverse. Fuck you assholes for doing that shit. How many like gay black scientists I've seen with like superpowers or some bullshit like that? Why are you doing that? Why can't it just be a regular? I'm getting this is trouble. Making the one black person in like a cast of white people gay happens all the fucking time. And it annoys the fuck out of me. It's a cop-out. Because they don't want to, like, write some more. They're like, well, I can't. Oh, I gotta. Because this is the thing that will happen, though. This is why it's going to be so hard. As we come up with this great idea, maybe we can bypass it. Because year after year, the industry itself is dying and is getting more into the heads of people like stuff. We haven't gotten
the anime is not about just being the most profitable.
if somebody has...
We're not designing an anime to be the most profitable. We're designing an anime that's going to be the best of its category that ends its category.
Bro, but to be produced at all, there's somebody that's going to have fucking notes. There's never been a show that
No. Here's the thing, though.
Why didn't we see the gun in Pokemon? Some fucking exec had a note. It was like, nah, let's can't show
the government. That was the government.
Okay.
We don't live in that era no more. We don't. We have redo of a healer out there in the streets.
You scoffed at me. You said, no. We're not as free as you think. You're not even as free as that. I want to tell children to go drink bleach. Your parents should be watching you watch this content. And if you're so stupid that you're watching it and you listen to me and drink bleach, die. I want you to die. I shouldn't be able to say that, and they'll probably be taken out on YouTube. And
actually,
I'm saying there is going to be somebody that has that. There's always that's why I kind of was like, we should do Patreon. Because Patreon has no lines.
Well, it's all contextual at one point. As long as we don't say anything bannable or like flaggable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the bannable nature.
But I also say we should just go to fucking Rumble with that shit. But we use YouTube and Spotify because it was the most prominent and is
no. I'm doing this. I'm not doing this to become like a billionaire. But I swear to you, I'm doing this for profit. I want us to be able to do this, to be able to feed our families and live comfortably.
That don't sound like profit to me. That sounds just like supremacy. I do this to become the best. Look, if I put my foot on something and if I touch something, it's because I want to be the fucking best of that shit.
Okay, then what the fuck are we talking about?
Like, we're supposed to be talking about what makes a good, like, villain, for example, because we're supposed to be workshopping your fucking... For example, we're working on the the second season right now. First season's already been planned out. He's already got his characters and their main motivations, and it's fucking flawless, you know? It's good shit to fucking think about when you sit there and look at it, but we'll tell you about that next episode.
Yeah.
I have all those...
trying to wind down. We already over an hour. About to be midnight.
I know. Yeah,
we gotta get ready. Got shit to do.
Yeah, so...
We love y'all, but, you know...
As Ash Ketchum and Pikachu get murked out of this thing, that's one thing we were saying was like...
Is this where they die?
Yeah, this is where they quote die, and then like they...
That's where down here, yeah. Yeah, they say he dies here, and his spirit leaves his body. And then they're like, ha, we're ghosts.
But he puts them back in there, so I don't really count it as like dead. But he says it right there, we've been totally separated from our bodies. But yeah,
like this was, I love this episode. It's like, we just killed him so we could go fly. Dude, it's so cool being ghost.
Now we can but hold on, they can put you back in your body like nothing happened.
Oh, so we think. They left him there. The rest
They never saw them there. I don't think so. I think what happens here is that they distract them outside of the thing and they run back into town. Alright, see, me personally.
And the first thing,
that's where my degen would have pulled out. Sorry. Degenerate would have pulled out at me. I would have been an invisible stud.
Oh, yeah. Well, you would have
bent her
over, and then Brock would have been like, what are we doing? And then y'all would have been fucking Misty in the middle of the park.
Nope, that pussy would have been flying up. That
but
shit.
He's 11, so his balls haven't dropped.
That's what happens when you fucking die in the first episode.
It's for kids.
No, because the other theory is that he died in the first fucking episode. And that's why Ho-Ho saw him and granted him immortality beyond that point because he got shocked by a fucking lightning or some dumb shit in that storm with Pikachu. That's when they became best of bros type shit.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that theory. I love some of these theories, but it's all fan theory. None of these are true.
Not even just that. They are unconfirmed. They won't answer the questions on them. But they also show you how graphic and terrible Pokemon can be in this fucking universe. I would still pick this universe, though, because, you know.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because I would say some people.
But then I like my IP's universe.
Definitely not doing, like, Bleach or, like, JJK with his demons. We can be sitting out here and just shit popping out through the fucking shed to burk us. Definitely not DBZ. The planet blows up like every few years.
Oh my god, a dice roll to see if your fucking planet lives or not. That sucks.
like think if we were on a planet, it was like the Cell Saga. It was just like, I'm gonna blow up your planet soon. It was like
shit would suck ass.
Like so many of them, I think about like Gundam. Like, oh, it's horrible. All the Earth sucked in Gundam. That's
see, like this right here.
Show. It has to be.
They don't confirm if he's dead. They say, please wake up.
All right.
They beg for them.
Second, then.
Like, clearly in the Pokemon universe, you can come back to life.
I might go. Second, I go Yu-Gi-Oh!
Fuck no. That's just regular Earth with fucking better graphics on a video game.
Yeah, but like, it'd be fun to play that game. Like, if you played the card.
Would you rather play fucking video games or play real life Pokemon? Real life Pokemon. Oh, yeah, I have to work a 9 to 5 to barely get any fucking cards to play this game on a serious level. These motherfuckers take loans out to go fly to a fucking island.
It is kind of worse than our.
You gotta get sponsored to go play Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL.
You're right.
Fuck that. I'd rather go and deal with Pokemon on a dice roll. Okay? That's like motherfuckers would rather go live D&D and just take a dice roll on their character. Or, like, I'm saying I'd rather go live Pokemon because at least I know how to play Pokemon. I can figure that shit out. I can also, use the good and bad in me to figure out how to keep shit good for me. Like, for example, I'd fucking separate Jesse and James, and I'd fucking wreck Jesse. It'd be just what it is. You dig?
Now that's a great cosplay. Well, if you,
it's a classic cosplay. It's as classic as a nurse.
If you could get which anime chick would you have a bitch cosplay as? That's a tough one. Next week, I'll give you my top 5 list of bitches that I would love to see dressed as anime chicks, and the bitches I like seeing in them. All right.
Wait.
Compile a list. I can't think of it.
The bitches you would see dressed up as anime.
Yeah, like
bitches.
Jenna Ortega in...
Man.
Whatever. I was just saying a fucking name. That's why...
I'd say Candace Owens.
Don't get mad.
Quitting her political career. Oh, no. Quitting her political career. You think it's a mid?
Candace Owens is mid.
Have you seen a full body shot?
No.
Exactly. So you're basing it off of forehead?
Her face and forehead, yeah.
Again, see, that's where it's like
I
body.
was thinking off her body. So I guess it's the same thing when I said for Jenna Ortega, because I think she's better looking.
I think that's because
these are preferences.
I think that's because she wears a lot of tights.
Jenna Ortega, I think her face looks better.
I don't care about a face when it comes to the fucking body. That's why I can fuck with any bitch. Just saying, like, you shouldn't fuck with just...
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure I'll fuck her face, but, like, really, if I fuck her face, it's about her mouth and her nose. If her nose...
I kind of care more about the face than I do the body.
Why? Because it's like, I'm sticking my dick in the fucking...
But I'm just saying, well, it's the same thing. Once my dick's inside of the pussy in the hole, like, I could be fucking a pillow after that. I want you to look at my face. I like to kiss the girl. I like titties and ass. They're all good.
Titties. That's not face.
That's true.
Again. But then, I'm not a boobs man. I'm a butt man. I prefer bitches with round.
I'm just a man who realizes that 90% of your life dealing with your wife is not her bent over. You have to look at her, and I'd rather her face be better to look at.
That's a different topic. I'm talking about fucking.
Right.
If you're talking about fucking a bitch, it's all about how that fucking body is. If you're talking about having a relationship and a kumbaya shit.
No, I get it. Would you rather have a good-looking stick?
Mind you, I'm in a Pokemon universe. This is all the pretense of being whilst in a Pokemon universe.
Well,
dealing with that fucking bullshit.
Well, there's no bitches with bodies in Pokemon universe.
Bullshit.
There's no bitch. There's not one bitch with ass in the Pokemon universe.
There is.
Where?
Okay, so you're following around these motherfuckers, but yet you don't acknowledge Jessie being a slightly above thicker. And then there's also bitches in the anime that are already certified baddies in Pokemon. There's baddies.
Only person that could be thicker is the nurse, and that's because they make her thing thick.
No, there's definitely characters in that bitch. You could pull it up on your fucking phone, and they'll be like, "Oh,
Pokemon baddies,
Pokemon trainer baddies." You also gotta think
goes with the same thing I said. So
just because we follow some flat, booty, thickless bitch, don't mean shit. Okay. And
top 5 anime bitches next week.
Yeah.
All right.
And the cosplay bitches.
You know what it's been? It's been the
Irregular
Thought
Show.
Yeah.
But